What's up, everyone? This is the first installment to the Book of Parkour tutorial series. I'm your host, Parker Kruger, and let's get this rolling. The first installment into the Book of Parkour is going to be Chapter 1, Lesson 1. And that is getting started. So we're going to go over what shoes you're going to wear, what clothes you want to wear, how you're going to warm up, how you're going to stretch, what's the first thing you should look at when you get to a spot. All that good stuff that's already in our brains, but may not be in the brains of someone starting off. Luckily, in today's age, buying parkour shoes isn't that hard. You really just want a solid shoe with a solid, flat piece of rubber going through the entire bottom of it. And the really reason we want that is to maintain grip, not have any question marks about where our foot placement will be or whether or not our foot's going to slip. My personal favorite choice in shoes is either the Onitsuka Tigers, which heads up as of 2023, 2024. They are discontinued in the United States. You can only get them overseas. If you're overseas, you're good and in luck. Those are a great shoe. Probably my top 3 shoes overall. Some other brands you can get are Strike Movement. That's my current #1 brand in the shoes that I'm wearing currently. Olo PK, long established brand, been here for years, since basically the uprising of modern day parkour. And then other brands like Fia, Adidas, anything with really that just flat sole that's completely made out of rubber. Now that you know what shoes to wear and what brands you can use, how about we go over what kind of clothes you can wear. Now this is my sponsored brand, Empire Legacy. Big shout out to them. However, you can really wear anything that's comfortable to you. I typically go with a t-shirt or tank top and some pants. The reason why I go to pants instead of shorts is really one reason: extra protection. Now, you absolutely can use shorts, and I have a lot of friends who actually do prefer shorts compared to pants. Now, I'm going to tell you the reason why I prefer pants. And like I said, it's extra protection. Now, when you're going out and you're doing parkour, the culture of parkour is using your body and not really adding any outside obstacles or equipment to progress in your natural environment. So that includes shin guards, elbow pads, like all of that is out the window for us. So when you're outside doing parkour, the only bit of protection you really have is the clothes you're wearing. So I like to wear pants just because when the off chance that you're gonna hit a knee, a shin, your ankle, whatever it is that's inevitably gonna happen, you will at least not rip your skin or make the damage to your shin or whatever it is worse in pants comparatively if you did it into shorts. Now we're gonna go through understanding the body, how to warm up, how to stretch, and what you should be doing when you first get onto a spot. Now, the first thing you should do when you get to a spot is inevitably warm up, but that is kind of a vague term, so we're going to go over exactly how you should warm up. Most all of the athletes I know start with one of 3 things: either jumping jacks, standing toe jumps or calf jumps when you're just hopping on your calves and you're landing on your toes, or prep precision jumps. I'm going to take you through all 3 of them right now. Warming up that way in the beginning warms up your feet, your calves, your lower body. It's really good lower body warm up, which is really important in parkour. So that's why the first thing you should do when you get to a site is one of those 3 things. When it comes to pre-parkour stretching, I'm actually very against it, other than 2 or 3 specific stretches which are going to help you eliminate the possibility, or at least highly decrease the possibility of getting a certain few injuries that are very popular in the sport, like patellar tendonitis, also called jumper's knee, and bad wrists, arthritis, stuff like that. First one's fairly simple. You're just going to take your arm, raise it. It's even better when you have a ledge like this, and just push your chest into the wall with your armpit. This is called armpit to wall. It stretches your deltoids, your traps, your lower back, upper back, all the way down to, even you should feel it into your buttocks and your glutes. It's a good middle to upper body stretch. So now let's go on to the other side. And done. You just want to hold the stretch for about 10 to 20 seconds, even 30 seconds if you're a little bit more experienced in the stretching. Do it for 2 to 3 reps. The other two stretches that I recommend pre-parkour are really just rolling out your wrists and your ankles. Those are the two biggest things that I see people injure in the sport. And it's really because they just don't do these two things before they train. The people that do these things before they train, like myself included, I've never really had an ankle injury. I've never really twisted or rolled my ankle on a landing. Even the rolled ankles that I do have when I land don't hurt. They just feel natural. And this is really how you cause that. You just sit here, take your ankle, count ABCs, all the way one way, rolling out. When you're done, go back the other way. Opposite foot. Same goes with wrists. You just take your wrists, lean into them, lean back, switch your hands, lean into them, lean back, side, side, backwards, lean into them, lean back, side, side. Y'all get the point. Just do that on repeat. Do three to 4 reps, 10 to 20 seconds each, and in a few months, your ankles, your wrists, they'll have a noticeable improvement. All right, now that we're at some actual walls, an actual parkour spot, not just some grass, let's show you what to do once you actually get to the spot. You're done warming up, and you want to start training a little bit, but you don't know what to do. A first great spot is just 2 walls, because this will teach you how to land, it'll teach you how to gauge stuff with your eyes, the mental calculations that you need in this sport, and just getting everything down. Repetition is super important, so I'm going to teach you guys how to land, how to take off, all that good stuff. First vaults, if any, how to do them, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. So to land first on a wall is a little bit tricky, because a lot of people think that they just making it there counts as a precision jump, what we call precision jump in parkour, which is just your basic standing jump, which is not true. It's not what you want. Landing with your heels on the wall at all is actually considered a not completed jump, even if you do make the landing. Now, starting off, obviously there's some leeway. You gotta learn how to land on your balls of your feet, all that stuff. But that's why these 2 walls are really important, is learning how to really land on the balls of your feet properly, absorbing the impacts, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys a few times. That's what a successful precision jump looks like. Now that you've seen a precision jump and I've explained the culture, why we count precision jump compared to not counting a precision jump, and all of that good stuff, let's get into actually how to do the skill, right? This is why you guys are here. This is a tutorial, and not just trying to learn about parkour history or culture. Well, let's get into it. Let's figure out how to do this jump. Starting off on the wall, you want to have your feet together. Now, not so far together that you're actually like touching your feet, but together enough that you have about 1 inch to 1/4 of an inch of space in between your shoes. You want your toes hanging off the ledge, with the balls of your feet being basically on the back side of the ledge, so that little roll. When you lean into the precision, we're going to bend our knees, throw our arms back like a normal jump, but once we tilt our ankles forward and initiate that precision jump, that's what initiates the distance part of it. So we're actually pushing off the corner of the edge instead of the actual top itself. So this is what it looks like. Now that we know how to take off on a precision jump, let's learn how to land in a precision jump. So when we land, we're going to be doing kind of something similar to the takeoff, but almost in an opposite way, right? So we bring our arms back, we take off, When we land, we're going to be doing pretty much the opposite of that. It's just like that, and then keeping your arms forward afterwards to maintain your balance. So absorb impact on landing, arms back, forward, like that. And that will keep your weight distributed properly as you're going into the precision jump, because since we're landing on the balls of our feet and we're landing more on the edge of the jump and not the actual wall itself, it's kind of like, think of it like a bike or a car tire rolling over a curb. Now your feet are the curb, or your feet are the tire, the wall is the curb. You need enough momentum to pop up on top of the curb and stay up there. And if you don't have enough, you're gonna do what is called a bounce back. But that's pretty much how you do a precision jump in terms of taking off and landing. So we'll give you a few more slow-mo clips of how I do it. And then from there, just repetition and practice. After this, we're gonna go over bounce backs and beginning vaults. And then that's gonna be a wrap for the first installment of the bug parkour. Alright, let's go over what a bounce back is, how to do it, because this is a critical skill in learning the precision jumps and parkour in general. I'll show you what a bounce back is, and then we'll take a look at how to do it. That's a bounce back. So essentially, when you're going to do a precision or running precision, and you don't think you're going to make it, the best thing to still do is kick your feet out and try to tap the wall with your feet, absorbing it into the corner, putting your hands down, pushing off with your feet, and pushing away from the wall so that you can safely work up to some of these jumps. This one will take a little bit longer to get used to, but it's fairly simple. Now the last two things in the first chapter of the book of parkour are going to be two vaults, two beginner vaults, called the safety and the speed. Okay, I thought 3 batteries was going to be enough to film this video on the GoPro. Apparently I was wrong, so sorry for the switch in quality and the sound difference. We're going to film the rest of this on my iPhone. Promise next time it'll be better quality, and we'll figure out some way to get that GoPro to work fully. This thing is lovely, but it is a pain sometimes, especially with the battery life. But anyways, like I was saying on the GoPro, the last things I want to be teaching you is the 2 basic vaults, and how to do them, how to connect them, and how everything that we've learned today can be mashed together into doing what looks like parkour. So now the 2 basic vaults we're going to be doing, 2 variations of the same thing, the safety vault and the speed vault. Now the safety vault is also called the step vault, because really it's just a step over the wall. So we're going to take a wall like this one, place a hand down, opposite foot from the hand you place down. So say you place down a right hand, left foot back into a step through. So if you're going the opposite hand, left hand, right foot, step through. Now when it's fast, it's going to look a lot more like a vault, and it'll be a lot more smooth and flowy. But it's just getting that used to that step in that process, because vaulting over walls is something that we have lost as a species. Climbing walls, anything in parkour is something that we've lost as a species. Movement in general is freedom, and this gives you the freedom to get over walls and stuff like that in an easy and fashionable way. And it's really just about repetition and getting it down. So this is what it looks like fast. So the speed vault, a little bit higher difficulty than the step vault. Essentially the same thing. So instead of doing the step setup on the safety or the step vault, we're just going to put our hand down. So we're going to get a little bit of movement going, a little bit of speed. Jump, place our hand down like we're going to go for a safety vault, but don't place our feet down and just push along the side. Now this one's going to be, like I said, a little bit harder. You're going to have to get used to learning how to lean onto that arm. But I would just practice it on a low wall. These are good because they're about knee height. So this is a perfect beginner wall. And when you go through it, you just want to do the same thing as a safety, but just push all the way through. Once you've done all that, congratulations, you've successfully learned your first installment of parkour. You are officially a parkour athlete. Welcome to the community, with regards to myself and everyone else. And welcome to my channel. If you'd liked, make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff. There'll be more videos we're posting on Monday and Friday now, so make sure you check in with that. Hit up the sponsor, Empire Legacy, at Empire_Legacy at Instagram, I'm pretty sure. I'll fix it if not right here. Got the team right here, Bread and Butter Official. And that is it.